welcome to the Nancy Squad. If this is the first time seeing my face, hi, and do not forget to press the subscribe button below. And to my loyal people, my retaining subscribers, batho ba ka ba ke ba ratang ka lerato la love, lerato le le senang ditshelo or whatsoever, hi, and welcome back. So today I'm just going to do a storytelling. Should I say it's a storytelling, or I don't know how to call it, but yeah, I'll be sharing some story with you guys of how I became the person that I am today. But I'll just fast forward it to last year, starting from last year around November up until now, because I've been getting so many questions like what inspired you to be the person that you are today. And I think those who know me from Facebook, I've shared some of the experiences that I had, but for now I'll just fast forward it to being the person that I am. Like, I feel like they didn't take it some time ago, or maybe I'll just go back to them someday. But for now, I'll just start from completing varsity up until being here today. Oh yeah, so last year I think around October, November, when we were just near the edge of completing our degree, I was just becoming so emotional most of the time. Not because I was going through some relationship problems or family problems or whatsoever. It was just an internal thing. What happened is, around that time, if you are probably a B.Ed student, around that time, most of the people, they know very well what next year the following year they're gonna work in this area or whatsoever. They just start having dreams and whatsoever. But to me, it was a total different thing. Like, I know some of you might be asking themselves, why am I saying it was a total different thing to me? To me, it was different because I never had dreams of how it's going to be go the workplace. I never, like, I would just say in passing with my friend that, oh, I'll work there and there, but I wouldn't even dwell much on that, because deep down, when I was alone, I knew very well, it's like I was seeing things before they even happened. I knew very well that I'll have to work so much harder compared to all my mates, all my course mates and whatsoever. I knew that I had to, every time, like, it's, to me it's like a culture. Every time I have to work so much harder than everybody else to attain that. I can see if you guys understand me. So during that period from October, November, December up until this year, I was just suffering, like, internally. I had my own things that were just going through, going. Okay, I was just going through a lot. And then January, no, I went back home around December, early December. That was before the 10th of December or something. So when I got back home, obviously nothing really changed a lot. Like, I felt like I was going back to the place that I wanted to escape in a very long time. Don't get me wrong, I'm not saying I wanted to disappear from home, but because of the situation that I grew up in, the household that I grew up in, I wanted to get out of it. And I knew that the only way to get out of that is going to school, because I don't have any talent or whatsoever. So going back to stay in the very same environment, like and whatsoever, it brought so many painful memories to me. Like, ke feel gore a go change sepe, even though ke tswa sekolong, even though ke rapela ke ireng, nothing seems to be changing. I felt like I couldn't live in a house like that anymore, but there was nothing that I could do because it's home. And I knew at the back of my mind that the only person who can change the situation, it's me. But remember, like I said, I always have to work so much more harder than the other people, than the rest of the people. So I was just not okay. Like I was just not okay. And during that period, I stopped praying. Like ultimately, if you know me, like if you really, really know me, you know that this person warapela. But during that period, even my sister would ask me, why are you not praying anymore? And I was like, I'm tired of praying. Like I'm tired of praying because I gibone the changes. I gibone hore ho iragalang. Like I stopped ultimately. And then now, because I'm reflecting back, of which is something that is very much important, always reflect back on your actions and dilo tsa gago. But now, because I'm reflecting back, I see hore, like I just wanted to speed up the things. I just wanted to, like nkare ke pateletsa modimo gore when you promise this, then you have to deliver. It was like ne ke nna impatient with everything and everyone. Like I remember during that period, starting from January up until I lost so many people. Like I lost everything. Like I lost myself even during the process, because I know myself, hore, I'm one person who just pray about everything being a good thing. Sorry, being a good thing or a bad thing, I would pray. But during that period, I even lost myself because I couldn't pray anymore. I was just living. I remember there was this other time when I was just busy with the applications and everything. I called so many schools, so many, like I applied, but none of the schools replied to my emails. Like none. And I knew at the back of my mind, I knew that what I was doing was not okay, because I was just submitting. I was not even praying for the environment that I want to work in. I was not even praying for the school that I want to work in. Like I was just submitting, J. And then I feel like I was so impatient with God, and my relationship, my fellowship with him was becoming very distant. Like at some point I felt like God is just not answering me. He has his favorites and whatsoever. And then back then, before everything, I used to say I'm God's favorite. But now, because I stopped praying and things were not going my way, or things were just seemed to be delaying, then I started saying things like God has his favorites. I was starting to be negative towards him, of which is something that I regret even up to this date. One thing that I'm gonna say is, do not be like me. Do not always like bitch on God just because o feel nkare dilo tsa gago di a delay. God is listening to your prayers, and God, if you just let him be the center of everything, if you just let him be closer to you, and Luena, you just throwing yourself closer to him, he will definitely deliver. He might not deliver on the time e wena o batlang ka yone, but he will eventually deliver what you ask. Because and now, like I was just impatient, impatient to an extent there was a time whereby I stopped applying. I stopped looking at the posts and whatsoever. I felt like, yes, it's fine, I'll just die in poverty, I'll just live with my degree, nobody cares. After all, that was me when I was going through everything. And I was like, if there's a principal on Batang, they will definitely come for me. Of which is was something senikisibua out of anger, out of feeling hopeless and whatsoever. And then it's so funny because I ended up getting a span. And then I was supposed to be excited. I know I wasn't even excited that I got a job, because I was like, I've been looking for this, and now that I'm no longer in, I feel like I'm no longer in need. That was just feelings talking. Anyway, and yeah, I was not excited at all. But then when the time goes on, I was like, I have to reflect on whatever decisions that I took, whatever things that have changed in my life. I have to reflect on, why am I this person today? And then I realized that I was just ignorant. I just wanted to take over everything, of which is highly impossible for a Christian to just take over everything. In Christianity, we believe that let God be the center of everything. You cannot just get the burden all by yourself. You have to let God help you when on the side while you are helping yourself. So what I've learned out of the situation that I was in is you should always let God be the center of all the things that you are doing, and then let Him demonstrate His powers through your life. Let people see His greatness through you. And then another thing that I've also learned is his love is never ending. He's faithful, like Lord is faithful. As long as you try to build a strong fellowship with Him, He will deliver. And I realized that it's not just me. Almost all of us, when we are in bad situations, we tend to bitch on God. We tend to say things like Modimo only favorites Modimo hare rate, now I'm no longer praying. That's what most people, including myself, say whenever they are in bad situations. And then I want to tell you that even if you are in bad situation, it doesn't mean that the God do not love you. The Lord loves you so much. It's just sometimes Ona, He puts you through those situations to test your faith in Him. Do you believe in Him? And then it's just, yeah, it's a test. To me, I take it that this is a test. Are you going to run to Him again when you are in bad situations? Are you going to run to Him when you need help? Are you going to run back to Him? And yeah, that is that. I feel like we should always strive so hard to strengthen our fellowship with God, which is the relationship with God. Even when you are winning, do not forget to just take a minute of your time and say, God, thank you. I thank you for helping me obtain this. I thank you for for giving me this opportunity to do a certain thing. Even if you are in bad situations, do pray. I normally hear people praying whenever they get into trouble. Oh, Sakwa. Whenever people get in trouble, they be like, oh, Mudimo waga. But why can't they do the same if they are happy? Why can't people do the same things when they are just having whatever that they pray for? Why do people always forget to go back to the good Lord and say, God, I prayed about this, and today I'm just here to kneel down and say, Ke a leboga Modimo. Lena, it's not like I'm perfect. I was failing. Like, the reason I'm making this video is I feel like I was failing to do that. I was just expecting God to always do the good things for me. It's like I was pressurizing Him for it. Because you said you will never abandon me, you will never leave me, then it means I shouldn't be in bad situations in any given day. Of which it was wrong, because I believe that we grow when we are uncomfortable. Imagine if I didn't go through all the things that I went through as a child, and probably still I'm still going through. Do you think that I'll be this person that I'm becoming today? Like, I doubt. I like everything that I went through, as painful as it was when I was going through all those moments. But I believe that it was for a reason, because it helped me build the person that I am and still going to be in the future. It helped me build a certain personality, a certain character, of which is something that I'm very grateful of. And anyway, thank you for listening to my video. Bye.